What's going on, everybody? Rhetorical Question Life. My name is Heavy Bree, and today I am in Carvat, Kentucky. I'm in Kentucky. I'm off I-24 going westbound. I have a delivery heading up to Washington State, so it's going to take about 3, maybe 4 days, maybe less than that to get there. You know, I had some hours for the day, but I decided to just sit and stop because in my experience of being on the road, if you drive past 4 p.m. and you have 2 hours left on your clock and you try to find parking after 5 p.m. or even after 4 p.m., try to find any kind of parking after 4 p.m., you ain't gonna find it unless you pay for it. Unless you go to a TA, a Flying J, or a Pilot, you are not gonna find parking. And you don't want to roll the dice and try and find out if the rest areas in that state have, adequate parking. Some of them do, some of them don't. It all depends on what state you're going to, what time of the year it is, and what day of the week it is. On the weekends, usually the rest areas are filled up because guys are. But yeah, if you're driving past 4 p.m., you're not going to find parking. But how y'all doing today? Rhetorical question. You're doing amazing today because you woke up. You have access to adequate technology that has a plethora of information that you could be using to be upgrading your life, right? Because if you live in this country, if you live in America, in this country, and you have access to internet, you have no excuse. You have no reason. There's no reason why you should not be successful. Before I got into truck driving, when I was interested in getting into truck driving, one of the things I would do is every day I would watch videos about trucking, life on the road, truck driving. I would follow other YouTube truckers. Some of them I still follow, some of them I don't really follow anymore. But for the most part, I usually follow a lot of the good people out there on the internet who offer a lot of great information. Like Asian Mother Trucker, Trucker Brown, Living Free channel, amongst just to name a few. And I always go to these people because they're always giving out great information, and they teach, and they kind of were just phantomed mentors to me to get me to where I am at in my trucking career. And part of the reason why I do this channel, besides going on the occasional rant and yelling at people about why you're not successful, you need to be successful and stuff like that, and doing the occasional movie reviews, is also for me to give back to the trucking community with information that I know. And one of the pieces of information that I know, like I said earlier in the beginning of this video, is parking. And some of the best places, the best and worst places, franchise-wise, to park at, to find parking. Also, I'm also going to do like the best states, the worst states to find parking in, the best places to find parking in, and which one's better, like Love's, TA, Pilot. Flying J is Pilot, so I'm not going to say that one. And then or mom and pops. So the thing with this video today is talking about parking. So the first thing about parking as a truck driver, if you're a trucker, if you don't know, or if you're not really aware, but depending on what part of the country you're in, parking is one of those hard things to find out here on the road. There's millions of trucks out here on the road, and only so many spaces where you can find parking at. But I have found a solution to that problem of looking for parking and everything. Now, some of these things, some people who are truck drivers might disagree with this information, but for me, I think this has worked for me so far. Sometime around about a month ago, I broke my cardinal rule of getting off of the road when it's like past 4 p.m. because I don't care what state you're in, I don't care where you're at. If it's 4 p.m. and you are still on the road, and I don't care how many hours you have left on your clock. If it's 4 p.m. and you're still on the road, and you say, "Well, I got 3 hours left, so I'm gonna just keep on driving," by the time you get to 7 p.m., every place is gonna be filled up. Every place is gonna be filled up. Now, your only option will be to find or reserve parking at a TA or at a Flying J/Pilot. Now, and depending on the state, you're going to end up spending up to about. I know TAs some TAs charge $30. I know the one in Dallas, the one that goes through Dallas, on the 39 or 35 east, one of those freeways, the TAs, they charge $30 for parking overnight, and then some places they charge $20. The best reserve parking, but TA actually has more secure reserve parking. From what I've seen, TA has better secure parking. You know, like there are lots. They have some of them have security, or just like random employees who walk around and make sure people aren't trying to park in those spaces. Pilot does too, but sometimes Pilot will. Some Pilot places, they don't really check like that. Some of them don't. All the TAs I've been to so far, they all have parking security. And if you aren't parked right there and you're not reserved right there, they will knock on your window. They don't care. They will knock on your window and they will tell you to move. One time I was at the TA out in Denver, near Denver, and there was a guy who was parked there and he wasn't supposed to be parked there. He didn't want to move. They called the cops on him. You know, like he effed around and he found out, because they don't play that. They don't play that over at. Meanwhile, there was a Pilot I went to in Mississippi, and it had a lot of parking, but it was limited in reserve parking, and there was a guy parked there, and then somebody needed to get into that space, and that guy wouldn't move, and they were like, so. But that was just that one location, so I can't really. But for all I know is that most TAs they're more gung ho and more secure about their parking spaces. They're very particular about their parking spaces. And so if you're a new driver, or even if you're an experienced driver, if you are unloading if you're unloading or getting loaded for the day, and you're not, or if you're getting unloaded and you have no other load for the day, and you only have about 3 or 4 hours, 4 hours left on your clock, and it's like 1 p.m. As soon as if you get out of there at a reasonable time, as soon as it hits 3:30, if you're not on the road by 3:30, find parking nearby. Shut down, find parking nearby, and drive as early in the morning as possible. Wake up at 1 a.m. and go drive. For those of you who are like, "Oh, well, I don't like driving at night because of my eyesight and everything." Okay, I understand that. So what you'll have to do is you might have to wait a little bit longer. Yeah, now waiting a little bit longer might cut past your 10-hour reset, but it will also make sure you, at least you'll have parking. At least you ain't gotta worry about, unless you don't mind paying for reserve parking and everything. And there's a fly in here. I forget about it. I'll kill it later. But that brings me to my next point, which is which places have the best parking. Which areas have the best parking? I'm biased, so I would say I'm biased to. It all depends on what you're looking for. I would say the ones with the cleanest bathrooms that I've been to so far, the truck stops with the cleanest bathrooms, and and the fact that they don't charge for reserve parking, because I always get off the highway before I get off the highway. I get off the highway if it's 4:30. If I'm still on the highway, it's 4:30. I get off the highway before 5 p.m. and park, and then I go drive, and I wake up and drive in the morning. That's what I do. But I like Love's. Love's is like my personal favorite. I like to park at Love's because the Love's that I've been to, they have most of them have clean bath. The majority of the ones I've been to all have clean bathrooms. They have plenty of space for me to work out because I do my workouts in the bathrooms, and the floors are usually clean. And also, I always get good customer service at Love's. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying all the other ones have crappy customer service, but the majority of good customer service that I've gotten has always been at Love's. The people there are always helpful, always, you know, trying to help out and everything. The one thing I will say about Love's though is that, unlike Pilot and Flying J's laundry rooms, they don't have a lot of space in their laundry rooms. They'll probably have like one or two, maybe hopefully 3 washers and like a bunch of dryers. It's like they have 3 washers and like 6 dryers. It doesn't make any sense. And then like if you're lucky, you know, you can get to one that has three washers. And then usually that one, they'll have one that's like, you know, busted down. So the laundry rooms aren't really the best, but their bathrooms, their showers are always clean. They got a pretty good system. Like you can reserve you can reserve showers on their apps, and there's no issues. Like Pilot and TA's like shower reserving app is a whole hot mess, and that's why I don't mess with the TA like that and everything unless I'm really desperate and really need parking. But yeah, Love's has a great reward system. Like when it comes to the fueling, if you fuel up a certain amount throughout the month, then all your showers are free. It's not just, oh, one fill up is one free shower. No, if you fill up a certain amount of certain gallons in a month, you get free. You just get free showers for the whole. You get free showers for the whole month. That's why I like Love's. It's the free showers, the free drinks. Even though I don't really get drinks from there, I just, you know, I usually just get water and everything. So I'm not really buying no coffee. They got free coffee and all that. If you're a Diamond member, you get free coffee, free showers, and then like free drinks and maybe even discounts on food and all that. But that's why I like Love's. My complaint about it is like the laundry rooms are usually smaller and or broken, and they don't really regulate their parking at Love's. You know, like you'll come into a Love's, right, and like I'll park at let's say I started driving at midnight and I shut down for the day around about 11 or 10 a.m. I stopped driving around 10:30, 11 a.m. and I get to a Love's. Plenty of parking, plenty of space. I park, I go shower, I eat, I chill, you know. Then about 9 hours later, when I'm ready to leave, it'll be like it's empty, right? It's empty. All the parking spaces are empty. When I wake up, it's pandemonium, man. It's like there's like trucks parked in spaces they're not supposed to be parked at. They're parked on the side of the wall where it says no parking. They're parked like in the I saw one guy who was parked in the middle of a stall blocking 4 trucks. What? And it was just like, you know, it's hard. But lucky for me, like I was able to get around it. I was able to get around him and everything because, you know, I'm a G at this. So, you know, it wasn't a problem for me because, like I said, like I stopped driving at a certain time. I find parking at a good time, and I don't worry about all that because, like, you know, like I can maneuver around them and everything, you know, because like I'm a Jedi at this trucking stuff. What else? But other than that, man, like I'm biased to Love's, you know. Plus, my company that I drive for uses Love's. We fuel up at Love's, so, and they offer great perks. The second one I would say is the best is Pilot Flying J. Pilot Flying J, their reserve parking. They have reserve parking. I think, from my experience, TA has more parking spots, but TA and Pilot have the most parking spots from what I've seen so far. I've seen Pilots with 200 parking spots and TAs with like 250 parking spots and whatever. But like Pilot's parking spots are, you know, they're cheaper. Some places they're $13, but the most I've ever paid for parking at Pilot is $17. That's the most I've ever paid at a parking, and I think that one was in I forgot where it was at. It was somewhere in the Midwest. It was $17 to park there, but it was a very nice Pilot. You know, it was a very nice Pilot. Their bathrooms were uncharacteristically clean, and like there was plenty. There was like three. They had 3 food places. It was like a little. It was a huge Pilot. You know, it was a nice one too. It was $17 to park there for the night, but it was nice. It was nice. I liked it. It was cool, and Pilot also has a perks program too. They have the showers. If you fuel up a certain amount at their locations, they will give you free showers. I think before it was 50 gallons. If you fill up, every 50 gallons is 1 shower, but now I guess they're catching on to Loves, where they also do the whole, like, if you fill up a certain number of gallons in a month, you get unlimited free showers. That's what I think. Don't quote me on that. That's how it was a year ago when I used to fuel up at Pilot Flying J at my last company. But Pilot Flying J, I would say that they're second. The only complaint is I mean, the paying for parking. You know, they look like this paying is reserving parking and everything, but you got to walk in to reserve showers, because their app is always messing up and always having issues and everything. So that's probably the only reason why. That's the only complaint. Plus, their showers usually aren't the best. Some of them are either usually big and spacious, and then some of them are usually like, you know, the size of a solitary confinement cell. You know, the shower's right here, and then the sink is right here, and then right in the middle is the crapper. You know, it's like, it's ridiculous. I'm a big dude. I need space, you know, to move around and everything. I turn around too quick, I might hit like a wall or something. And then I like to work out in the showers. I have to go in the showers. That's my shower time is also my workout time. You know, because you gotta stay healthy out here, healthy-ish. Well, I just had KFC, so that was like, I just had KFC, so that shit is still like, it was gross. Like, by the way, everybody, KFC in Kentucky, I went to the one out here in this small little like trucking town out here. So there might be good Kentucky Fried Chicken somewhere in Kentucky, but the place I came to out here, like, they should just shut that one down, because like I get the chicken, it's all like it's still doughy, and like the chicken was cooked, but it was like the dough was just still like doughy and everything. It was falling apart. The fries were all stale. It was just like the worst. But yeah, man. But other than that, I try to stay healthy. You know, I eat fruit and vegetables every day. I work out in the mornings and all that. And yeah, the Pilot. Yeah. So like, number 1 for me is Loves. Number 2 is Pilot, and number 3 is TA. TA has the most parking spots out of both of those places, but they also charge money. But depending on where you go to, they charge a lot of money for parking. Some places will charge $20. Some places will charge you $30. I've never paid less than $20 when reserving a spot at a TA. Most of them are always like I said, they're all like $20 and $30. I've even heard some places that cost more. But TA does have security in their parking. You know, they have security in their parking. Their parking spots are secure, and they don't play around with their reserved parking. If you try to park at a TA, and you don't have a reserve, you try to park in a reserve spot, you don't have a reservation, they will call them boys on you. They will do that. But I'll give you a bonus truck stop. I will say a bonus one is the local mom and pop truck stops. Those are the most underrated ones out of all of them, because no matter what time you get off the highway, you will always find at least 4 or 5 spots, the mom and pops, the local truck stops. One day when I was that month ago when I was having a hard time finding parking, it was 5 p.m. when I was on the highway, and I passed like 6 mom and pops, because the ones I was looking at TA, I was looking at TA, Pilot, Loves, and I was looking at because like my GPS only shows me how many parking spots are at the well-known truck stops. They never show you how many parking spots are at the mom and pops. And as I'm driving, it's 5 p.m. And there's other ones. There's like Skeets. There's some other ones, mom and pop local ones, and I'm seeing like about 15, 20 parking spots, and I'm passing on, and like my dumb ass is passing all of them, and when I could have just parked at one of those. So yeah, that's why I follow that rule of if it's past 4 p.m. I'm looking for parking. If I'm on the road, if I just got loaded up, or if I'm unloading, I get out, I get off the road and I go park. If it's past 4 p.m. I don't care. I mean, like, I like to drive at night anyway. I'm a nighttime driver. I love driving at night. These glasses right here are for driving at night. They enhance your vision at night. I can't explain it because I'm not a scientist or a technologist or a technician or whatever. So I can't really explain to you why these glasses are good for driving at night. All I know is that like when I use these at night, it helps, like, it's better for driving at night. It's just like those yellow glasses that are good for driving at night. Only these are more clear, you know. So this is what I use. So like I like to drive at night. It's empty. There's not a lot of cars on the road. Highway patrol isn't bothering you. All the scales are closed, which is a pro tip. But most of the scales are closed at night. Some of the customs checkpoints, like the ones in California or of course the border, are always open, but for the most part all the scales are usually closed. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about today, was about finding parking spots, which truck stops are the best. Like I said, number one is Love's. A bonus one is the mom and pops, because mom and pops, the only downside is mom and pops, you gotta pay for showering, but the parking is free. Parking is free. If you're just looking for parking, then mom and pops are best when it comes to parking. But if you're looking for parking and you're looking for a shower, then you just go to a Love's, because Love's has better showers. And if you're a driver and you fuel up at a Love's, then they have the rewards program. But so does Pilot, but Pilot showers aren't the best, So yeah, that's all I wanted to talk to you guys about today. I'm gonna get off this video because right now, like I said, I'm in Kentucky right now. As you can see, I'm sweating like a day laborer or something like that, and I don't have, and I have to go take a shower. I'm about to finish my, I had to the KFC that I got, I didn't even finish it, bro. I had to throw it away. It was that, ugh. So I got some more food. I got some vegetables and some fruits. So I'm gonna chow on that. Then I'm gonna go shower, and then I'm gonna go hit the bunk and do my rest. I gotta be up early in the morning, about 1 a.m. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and leave a comment. And if you enjoy the channel, please subscribe. And if you think this video might help somebody who likes to drive and everything, just leave them. You could share it with them. Okay. Thank you very much. Peace and blessings. Have a prosperous day.